if the Chief Justice, the Lahore High Court, the others have also declined or not?
Out of 5, the Islamabad High Court did not respond.
Ji.
We wrote in September and October to all the others. The Peshawar High Court said कि go to that's the judicial policy. आप वहाँ से जाके clarification लें. They did not agree to accede to our request. Balochistan High Court initially agreed, but later on the learned registrar said कि no, we cannot provide. This was as near as the 2 weeks back. And Sindh High Court, just like Lahore High Court का एक और superseding letter है वो मैं अभी पढ़ता हूँ. They said कि नहीं जब आप election program issue करेंगे फिर हमें request भेजिएगा. तो इलेक्शन प्रोग्राम तो बिल्कुल एट द वर्ड्स आता है. हमने AROs और DROs की ट्रेनिंग तो पहले करनी है.
वो तो पहले होती है. अच्छा नहीं तो फिर इसका मतलब है कि योर फर्स्ट चॉइस was judicial officer, but the high courts did not agree, and for valid reasons, because you hold election and the litigant then suffers. And judges,
that 1.5 months.
There is also another aspect, because I remember the elections when we did give judicial officers, and this was, I think, when I was Chief Justice of Balochistan, then the allegations invariably, and we also do judicial work, then the same matter may come before us in a judicial forum, because election tribunals are also judicial officers. Yes. So it could be argued that, this is a job, we have a clearly separation of powers of the executive, the judiciary, the legislature. We forget one important pillar, which is the election commission. But it's not a part of the executive, it's not a part of the judiciary, it's on its own.
We are a federal institution, but our constitutional body on its own, not under any.
Yes. So your choice was not, the first choice was not, you didn't appoint yourself.
No, my lord.
You asked the judiciary.
We were constrained.
And the judiciary, basically, this in Punjab, there is a clear-cut no.
Clear-cut no. Uske baad, in October, there was another letter.
Then I'm just thinking, how can the learned judge suspend an order? He will issue a writ against the High Court.
That's one of our grounds.
No. Then the learned single judge has passed an order.
The single judge.
And he will direct the Chief Justice to provide officers. When can a writ be issued against the High Court? So what sort of relief do they want? Or they don't want elections? Where is this, Mr. Where is this, Mr. Niazi? I mean, if one person is going to hold Pakistan to ransom, he's just one individual, and he says, I'm so and so.
No other political party has come forward to challenge this.
The political parties in a business of elections, so why would they
want an election?
And this one political party says, I don't want elections. But it was the very same political party whose petition I decided.
Yes, we have attached that 3rd of November's order along with this petition.
But usme to the election, why didn't they say those things then? It was represented before us, if I remember correctly, by
Ali Zafar.
Yes,
Mr. Ali Zafar was representing Pakistan.
There was no such demand or suggestion, and we kind of got the order. This appears to be, I don't know if it's bona fide petition or not.
My lord, in fact, with due respect to the learned single judge, there's not even a single ground which says it's ultra-vires. Which provision is ultra-vires of?
Where is
my lord, the order starts at page 10.
Let's read the operative part.
Page 12, my lord.
Page 12?
At page 12, para 4.
No, ये तो legally under challenge है. But what have they?
These are the discussions.
Can you read paragraph 7?
My lord, then we go to the speaking part, which is para 7 and 8.
नहीं 7 पढ़ें.
7. Keeping in view the importance of the legal interpretation of the constitutional provision having legal effect deeply connected to the raised national issue.
Where is the constitution provisions? There's no constitution.
There's no. The whole order is silent as to which.
I don't know. Let's read it further.
Having legal effect deeply connected to the raised national issue, office is directed to place this file before the Honorable Chief Justice for constitution of a larger bench.
But he has not passed in an order.
My lord, these are the reasons, para 5, 6 and
8
is the suspension order. Notice, meanwhile, the notification dated 11 December 2023, issued by the Election Commission of Pakistan, appointing the DROs, ROs, assistant returning officers from executive shall remain suspended.
Shall
Remain suspended. So there is a complete.
One second, I fail to understand. If a judge is passing an order for constitution of a larger bench, then judicial propriety demands that he stays his hand.
Yes.
Now, how can then he pass an order? Either he passes an order and doesn't say the matter be placed before the Chief Justice. Then the Chief Justice has been given a fait accompli. You do what I ask you to do.
In
So
fact,
either you request the Chief Justice of the Constitutional Larger Bench, or you don't make this request and you just proceed with the matter.
yes, my lord.
So, has the larger bench been constituted?
It has been constituted for Monday.
Who is heading the larger bench?
The very honorable judge.
The same judge.
The same judge.
Two other judges.
And five-member bench.
This is very strange. So what is the purpose of this petition?
In fact, what has
No, let's look it logically.
my lord?
Now, who have you appointed? Have you appointed people of some political party as ROs or DROs?
No, my lord.
Who have you appointed?
These are there's a mix.
नहीं एक पे चलते हैं ना.
My lord.
There are 4 notifications.
जी.
Let's take the first one.
Notifications are at
No, in the
page
order it is.
27.
Yeah, no, one at a time करें.
My lord. It
Page-
starts at page 27, my lord. The notification.
This is for DROs.
These are DROs.
अच्छा, 11th of
So
December.
notifications all across the country have been
It's
suspended?
all across the
In
country.
Sindh and Balochistan also?
My lord, this notification is across the country. This
How many
notification-
DROs in the country? कितने DROs appoint हुए?
Per district, every district
कितने हैं?
has
Total कितने हैं सारे?
85. This is
अच्छा ये पहला वाला देखिए. अच्छा I'm told it's 144.
it gives the total number, my lord.
ये इन्होंने शायद हिसाब लगा लिया.
ये जरा कैलकुलेट कर लें कि
30.
DROs और AROs टोटल कितने हैं ऑल पाकिस्तान?
Total is 148 DROs.
नहीं टोटल ARO
All over the
DRO ऑल ओवर पाकिस्तान कितना है टोटल फिगर?
EROs is 148
148.
और ROs कितने?
AROs हैं ROs हैं?
चलिए आप इनको हिसाब लगा के देखें, ऐसे बातें ना करें, कागज के
टोटल
टुकड़े
फिगर दे
करें
देना
ना.
हमें टोटल फिगर.
गिन के बताइए.
859 ROs.
अच्छा नहीं, हम जरा इनके नाम देखना चाहते हैं किसको आपने अपॉइंट किया है.
My lord.
ये रिटर्निंग ऑफिसर पेज 27 पे कौन है ये लोग?
नहीं पे
पेज 27 पे आपने पहला बताया ना ये.
this is the reserved seat वाला
पढ़
notification.
तो देना कौन है DROs, किसके ये
These
रिश्तेदार
are from our own
हैं?
offices.
पढ़ देना, डेजिग्नेशंस पढ़ दे, नाम ना पढ़ें.
Mohammed Fareed Afridi, Additional Director General Elections 1, Election Commission of Pakistan.
तो ये तो चैलेंज भी नहीं हुआ और सस्पेंड हो गया.
ये तो सारे आपके अपने
ये
लोग
तो
हैं.
हमारे अपने हैं.
तो ये
हमने
तो चैलेंज ही नहीं किया पिटिशनर.
नहीं किया है.
उसने तो खाली कहा था कि सिर्फ जो एग्जीक्यूटिव्स
There was a CM file, उसके अंदर उन्होंने कहा कि ये वाला भी इंक्लूड करें.
इवन दो द वायरीज इज ओनली
तो फिर
चैलेंज.
आप भी इलेक्शन ना कराएं, एग्जेक्टिव भी ना इलेक्शन कराएं,
कौन
जुडिशियल
कराए?
ऑफिसर भी ना इलेक्शन कराएं, तो
will the election
एक्चुअली
take?
ऑब्जेक्टिव इज नॉट टू होल्ड इलेक्शंस देन.
That is prima facie the
Mr.
intent.
Swati, the varies of section 51B has been challenged.
My lord.
This is under A.
यस.
ये तो चैलेंज ही नहीं हुआ ना.
or these all have been suspended.
ये तो आपके अपने दफ्तर के मतलब अपने इलेक्शन कमीशन के लोग हैं.
जी, this notification जो कि reserved seat for women के लिए है, वो हमारे ऑफिस.
अगला वाला पढ़ें.
Next is page 29 पे.
अब ये कौन है DROs?
ये DROs है जी. मोहम्मद इरफानुद्दीन,
नाम नहीं बताएं, डेजिग्नेशन बताएं.
डिप्टी कमिश्नर अपर चतराल.
तो ये तो सारे डिप्टी कमिश्नर्स हैं.
जी, सारे डिप्टी कमिश्नर.
तो ये इसमें तो आपने, हम देखना चाह रहे हैं कि क्या आपने कोई पिक एंड चूज की है.
No.
ये तो आपने
We in fact
एक सेकंड, ये सारे इस पेज पे डिप्टी कमिश्नर्स हैं, दूसरे, तीसरे,
उसमें भी
चौथे,
डिप्टी कमिश्नर.
पांचवे, छठे, ये तो सारे डिप्टी कमिश्नर्स.
all are deputy commissioners.
The DROs are deputy commissioners.
They are the
तो
deputy.
इसमें आपने कोई मतलब ये नहीं
There is no
कि
picking.
एजुकेशन डिपार्टमेंट से एक को लगा दिया, हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट से दूसरे को लगा दिया.
No. DROs are all deputy commissioners of the relevant districts.
माशाल्लाह. तो फिर अब तीसरा नोटिफिकेशन कहाँ है?
तीसरा नोटिफिकेशन है जी पेज 39 पे जी.
39.
39 पे my lord. It's 11th December. Additional Deputy Commissioner General.
ये भी सारे आपके एडिशनल
Additional
कमिश्नर.
Deputy Commissioner. Without any discrimination. बल्कि when the
नहीं तो आपने कोई पिक एंड चूज नहीं की.
no.
They were posted as
They were posted, already posted. In fact, जब हम the caretaker government came, we issued a directive के shuffle all the appointees जो कि पिछली वाली governments के थे या वो सारे, and all the deputy commissioners and the higher administrative machinery was shuffled, actually shuffled. So these are actually
when
working.
was that? When was the shuffling?
ये different time पे होती है, ये February से शुरू हुई हुई है shuffling करवाने, क्योंकि province of Punjab, the election had to take place at that time.
Who is the gentleman barrister Umair Khan Niazi?
Lord, he says he is the general secretary.
Has he attached any authority from the party itself?
No, there is none.
It's just
इसीलिए तो मैं
one
कह रहा हूँ, he's just one
person.
individual.
One individual person has come and challenged the notifications of all Pakistan DROs.
Sabotage the whole
Is he
process.
related to, because the word is Niazi, is he related?
I have no idea.
Much, I don't know.
That's no concern, but
And who have been President of Pakistan, Prime Minister, इनको भी पार्टी बनाया हुआ है?
जी, उनको भी पार्टी बनाया.
उनका क्या काम है इससे?
President, because the president had announced the date.
तो फिर basically they don't want elections to take place.
Want elections to take place.
The President and the Election Commission together, if I remember, वो हमारा order किधर है जो हमने pass किया
That
था?
is at page 3rd of January 224, my lord.
हाँ?
2 to 4. Page 2 to 4
Two.
of the petition, my lord. And the speaking.
इसमें तो पाकिस्तान तहरीक इंसाफ is one of the petitioner. इसमें तो हमने वाजे तौर पे लिखा हुआ है पेज पैराग्राफ
230 पे
पैराग्राफ 18 में पढ़िए.
जी मालो. Para 17, your lordship.
पैराग्राफ 17 या 18?
Para 17, it starts at para 17 and
18 पढ़ दे, वो तो जरा पूरी हिस्ट्री दे रहे.
18 is the President of Pakistan and the Election Commission have announced the date for holding of general elections to the National Assembly and the provincial assemblies. The federal government, the provincial governments and the Islamabad Capital Territory have concurred. The matter of holding the general election on 8th February stands resolved. No one should now put forward any pretext to derail democracy.
No, but shall we issue a contempt notice?
Exactly.
No, isn't this word clear? No one should now put forward any pretext to derail democracy.
Democracy. The
Who is
timing
this?
is very
No,
important.
sorry,
madam.
this is Barrister Umar Khan Niazi, then this is a violation of the Supreme Court order.
It's a violation of my clear
And this
stated by law.
petition is entertained and interim order passed, and then larger bench is constituted, which is again headed by the same judge.
Your lordship, and so much so, there is a clear verdict, 12-member bench, कि provision of the law till it is actually declared. As large as this case, कि आप उसको operation नहीं suspend
लॉ
कर
को
सकते.
छोड़ दीजिए, हम आइन पे चलते हैं ना.
Your lordship.
आइन में आप ये किसका काम है इलेक्शन करवाना?
Election Commission.
कौन सा प्रोविजन है?
218 and 19, my lord.
218 and 19.
And 19, my lord.
Mr. Swati, while we read this, ये जरा बताएं कि petitioner ने क्या कहा कि ये तकरीबन 1000 आदमी बन रहा है ना?
जी.
Something like this.
जी.
1014 बंदे.
1014 बंदे जो हैं, इसमें से क्या इनके बारे में क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
ये कह रहे हैं जी कि MPOs के ऑर्डर भी यही DCs पास कर रहे हैं, वो तो अंडर द लॉ उन्होंने ही
नहीं,
पास
तो
करने.
ये सारे की सारी मतलब चलिए
सारे के
आपको
सारे
नहीं
हटा दें और
देखिए,
judicial
आपको
officers
हो
लगा.
सकता है ना कि ये मेरी कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में आपने खास बंदा लगा दिया है.
One of होता तो शायद you could have entertained that. कि जी एक बंदा biased है या
यही मैं सवाल आपसे पूछने वाला हूँ. इस पिटिशन से फाइल करने से पहले उन्होंने आपको कोई दरखास्त दी बराए करम ये कर दीजिए?
नो माय लॉर्ड.
स्ट्रेट अवे हाई कोर्ट.
स्ट्रेट अवे हाई कोर्ट. और अभी 5 दिन पहले
1014 जो भी लोग हैं, ये सारे वो क्या कहते हैं पिटिशन में? They are biased.
they say कि they belong to the machinery of executive और executive के ऊपर हमारा ट्रस्ट नहीं है. तो इसलिए जुडिशियल साइड से होने चाहिए.
नहीं तो फिर वो ये भी कह सकते हैं हमें जुडिशरी पे ट्रस्ट नहीं है. उनके कहने से क्या होगा?
In any case, this is part of the law, which somebody could have challenged, and as pointed out earlier
Last 6
elections have
years.
taken place.
Yes.
तो इस तरह और कब शुरू हुआ है ये, कब अपॉइंट हुआ और कितनी ट्रेनिंग हो गई अभी तक? What has happened?
My lord, 11th of December को ये पॉइंट हुआ है.
और अभी तक
और 3 दिन हमने ट्रेनिंग. There were 7 days training. 3 days training took place. Then we had to halt the training in compliance with the interim
तो ये
order.
बताएं कि
Why you hold it?
Because the notification was suspended.
नोटिफिकेशन सस्पेंड हुआ, ट्रेनिंग तो सस्पेंड नहीं हुई थी. अगर उनकी ट्रेनिंग हो जाती तो क्या फर्क पड़ना था?
ये ऑर्डर कब पास किया इन्होंने?
ये कल पास किया. 13th को परसों
And when was the election program due?
आज
15th.
15th को ट्रेनिंग एक दिन हुई है सिर्फ,
है जी?
ट्रेनिंग सिर्फ एक दिन हुई है और 7 दिन की ट्रेनिंग थी।
इधर कोई पीटीआई का कोई है? नहीं, हम मुझसे समझना चाहते हैं ना भाई वजह क्या थी ये करने की।
नहीं देखें, आप ये भी तो देखें वो बंदा इंडिविजुअली कर रहा है, नाम वो यूज हो
वो
सकता
नाम
है,
use करे।
तहरीक इंसाफ का नाम यूज करता
doesn't have any authority
हो।
of any
कौन
party.
लोग हैं जो नहीं चाहते कि इलेक्शन हो?
यस,
ये बताइए, इसके बारे में बताएं, कौन लोग हैं जो इलेक्शन नहीं चाहते? इस तरह ओपनली कौन कह सकता है कि नहीं? और फिर हमारे ऑर्डर के खिलाफ जब हमने कह दिया कि इसको कोई नहीं डिरेल करेगा, तो कौन डिरेल कर रहा है? पीछे कौन है?
February. We don't know, my lord. This is very strange kind of intervention, I would say. Contrary to law,
देखिए,
the timing is very
तो but this
precarious.
constitution पे आप बता रहे थे whose responsibility it is to hold elections,
Election Commission, my
which is that provision.
218 and 219, my
तो
lord.
फिर मेरे ख्याल में जज साहब ही इलेक्शन करवा लें फिर। आप तो क्या उनको कह दें वही इलेक्शन करवा लें। मतलब यू नो आई सॉरी वी आर वेरी क्लियर। आपको याद है जब आपकी पिटिशन ये चल रही थी हमने कहा हम आपका काम नहीं करेंगे,
नहीं करेंगे। It's your
अब आपसे मगर हम आपका काम करवाएंगे आपसे।
बिल्कुल।
बहुत फर्क होता है दोनों चीजें में।
बिल्कुल।
तो फिर मेरे ख्याल में आप अब ये सॉरी दिस इज आई एम रियली सरप्राइज ऐसे ऑर्डर्स पास हो रहे हैं जुडिशरी से। किधर है वो आपका कौन सा प्रोविजन है?
218 का 3 and 219 का D. 218 3 218 का
Mr. Swati, in their petition before the High Court, what is the precise allegation against the 1,000 people? क्या है इनको प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
they generally attack it कि executive जो है free and fair election नहीं करवाएगी
As a concept.
as a concept, not any individual.
But not at this stage when the election process has begun.
Has
ये
begun.
सारा आपके पास टाइम था, आप लॉ को चैलेंज करते जो मर्जी करते।
More than 6 years, these two provisions had been on the statute book, and the timing is very precarious. Just
ये अटॉर्नी जनरल को सुना?
एडवोकेट जनरल को जी सुना था जी। एडवोकेट जनरल को अटॉर्नी जनरल ऑफिस को भी।
Were you called for?
The additional attorney general was.
No, yourself.
Gee, notice was under 27A, notice was issued, but the additional attorney general had appeared.
No, you didn't appear.
I did not.
Why?
To be honest, I was not aware of this petition. I only came to know about the order when the order was passed in the evening, day before yesterday.
Late in the evening.
That's a very serious statement you're making. The Attorney General of Pakistan was bypassed.
I was in the Supreme Court.
देखिए, if the judge is there, he should first of all ask where is the Attorney General of Pakistan. I'm going to pass such a very strong order. He should have asked where is the Attorney General, call him, then they could have sought time or whatever. But the office in the Constitution is not of the additional.
That's right.
There's a very straight, clear demarcation. There is no constitutional provision of additional Advocate General. That's by the law.
That's by law.
The Article 100 of the Constitution says Attorney General of Pakistan. Did he solicit advice from you? The additional, sir, I've received this notice. What do you want me to do?
So
he
did speak with me, and my instructions were to oppose the petition, and which is duly recorded in the order.
No, but आपने कहा आपको बाद में पता चला।
मुझे उस दिन सुबह उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा कि इसमें अब
किस
क्या
दिन
होना है? When the order was passed, the morning.
नहीं, but ये नोटिस तो पहले दी गई थी, तो पहले क्यों नहीं पूछा उन्होंने?
ये उस वक्त मैं उसका
It was on a day-to-day fixation, my lord. 13 से पहले एक दिन पहले भी फिक्स हुआ। 12 को हुआ, फिर 13 को हुआ, अगले दिन very next day it was.
अच्छा, अगर ये कल बलूचिस्तान में एक पिटीशन फाइल हो जाती है, वो पंजाब के रोक देते हैं, सिंध वाले खैबर पख्तूनख्वा के रोक देते हैं।
जी।
It's very strange.
मिस्टर स्वाति, ये बताएं कि ये जो पीरियड है 7 days का ट्रेनिंग है,
7 days
and then the program, election program kicks in on the 15th. आप जो होना था normal times में, जो
normal time में आज जो है
program आना था,
and we were going to continue it in parallel to the issuance of the election
and
program.
when is the actual job of the DRO RO in the program that comes into action?
That's the last date for filing of the nomination. लेकिन वो पहले दिन से शुरू हो जाती है because on the very
Nothing
first
much
day.
has gone wrong in the sense that they can get back to some sort of training and
हम 3-4 दिन पीछे चले गए हैं, but we are very tightly
training
fixed
training पे short हो गई।
जी जी।
लेकिन I remember not the last elections when I was Chief Justice in Balochistan. We had conducted the court till 2:45 in the morning.
You could say.
So these matters, on the 11th hour, a petition is filed, not the 11th hour, beyond. And now you are in that danger zone where fallout will be delay of elections.
Absolutely, ma'am.
They were waiting and seeing till that point of no return comes, then file the petition. And doesn't the learned judge realize all these things? Has he assumed the responsibilities of the Election Commission of Pakistan? Would it constitute misconduct on the part of the judge
In fact, it was.
if he's violating an order of the Supreme Court?
In fact, it was also highlighted.
Please assist us.
जी, my lord.
ये नहीं जो मर्जी you wear a gown and then pass any order you want to.
You cannot. When they under Article 189, the learned judge is bound by the.
He's not only passed an order in the territory of Punjab, he's passed an order for the whole of Pakistan.
Notification, all four, the set of notifications have been suspended.
आपने इसका कोई जवाब दिया था वहाँ पे? इसका पिटीशन का कोई जवाब दिया?
No, my lord, there was none. 12 को फिक्स हुई है और 13 को दोबारा उन्होंने कहा जी कि आके आर्ग्यू करें.
I think the best course for the judge was to say that the matter they should approach the Supreme Court in the light of the earlier
In the light
order.
of the earlier order, 3
Especially the
11 का.
notification is outside the territory of the Punjab.
Very true. Hello.
Attorney General, does it constitute misconduct?
My lord, I have to go through the code of conduct, but if there was a Supreme Court
Clear
order,
provision of the Constitution.
clear provision of the Constitution,
Does he
and there
refer
is a
to
Supreme
our
Court
order?
No, it does not. And there was a Supreme Court order which...
No, he doesn't refer to the order.
It does not.
He doesn't refer to a constitutional provision.
No, my lord.
He passes an order beyond the territory of Punjab.
So appears, my lord. And my friend has just informed me that the learned additional attorney general, my additional attorney general in Lahore, actually argued this point.
No, we may even issue contempt notice to the petitioner. I mean, he's a lawyer. He pretends to be a lawyer at least. How is he acting against the order? If he has a grievance, come to the Supreme Court. We passed the order. He claims to be representing a political party. On the basis of their petition, we had ordered elections.
That's right, my lord.
So what is this?
That's right.
So there are two things. One is that perhaps the best course would be that because there was a matter pending here, a direction had been given by the Supreme Court. The best course was for the High Court that take the matter to the Supreme Court.
That's
one.
right.
Number two, the notification is such that it covers all the provinces.
That's right.
So one High Court dealing with one province cannot deal with that. There is a judgment also which in a CSS matter, the idea was to go to the Supreme Court because you can't
right.
upset. I mean, you're actually upsetting the other provinces who don't want to.
I believe there's a
My lord
division bench judgment of my lord was heading the division
That's right.
bench.
Where
And,
the CSS exam was challenged, and they said if one province will do it, it will affect the entire exam for all
will
the
affect
other
all
provinces.
the-
So suppose people sitting in Balochistan and Sindh would like to go ahead, they are also affected. Sara dysfunctional ho gaya.
Sir, notifications have been suspended throughout.
Attorney General, is he the same judge who had passed that order in the electricity petition? 1,600 or 1,100 petitions came before us.
yes, my lord.
Sorry, this is not on. You have to stay within the confines of the Constitution. We take oath to abide by the Constitution, the law. And Article 189 is bound on him, on all courts. I mean, he's really upset our order. He's sort of disregarded our order. I mean, he doesn't even refer to it. He says suspended. His own Chief Justice saying that I can't spare judicial officers because I got 13 lakh cases in the province. So there'll be a writ issued against the Chief Justice.
No. Can't be.
Sorry, this is not
Then
on.
what's the possibility? Could you just assist us? I mean, there was an earlier order, and the entire election is being, there was a direction that 8th February ko hoga, and Supreme Court has passed orders that no step would be taken to derail.
Yes.
So, what is the possibility that if such a case has been filed, that is to be brought before the Supreme Court? Could that case be taken away from the High Court and brought here?
There are past precedents, my lord.
So that it is heard at one place for the entire country?
Yes.
Why should we give a relief to a person who is a contemner? I use the word contemner because he is derailing democracy.
That's right.
Why should this person hold Pakistan to ransom?
It's actually an individual.
It's an individual, my lord. That's what
I'm inclined to, I don't know, I'll consult my colleagues to issue him contempt notice.
Once you get the petition here.
नहीं, क्यों उसकी petition को entertain करना? These things are happening.
मिस्टर स्वाति जरा 51(1) पढ़िए जरा.
This is relating to the 51(1) में फिर ARO और RO of the judicial.
पढ़िए
51(1) जो है वो deals with the
इधर चेक करें, ये लॉयर नहीं है, ये बैरिस्टर उमेर खान नियाजी.
He's an advocate, sir. He's an advocate of High Court, yes.
Yes, you know him?
Yes.
Which, is he alone, firm with some firm or what?
My lord, he had previously served as a law officer, as an additional advocate general in Punjab, but he was associated with Tehreek-e-Insaf. He was president of, as it is written in the memo of the petition, also he served as the president of the lawyers wing of that party.
He's not a young man then.
He's about as old as I am, so.
That's young enough.
so a young man.
No, but he's not like in his 20s.
No.
That on his exuberance, he files a petition not realizing what he's doing.
My lord, 51(1) provides for consultation with the Chief Justice for appointment of the judicial officers.
51(1).
51(1). The Commission shall, in the prescribed manner, appoint from amongst its own officers or officers of any government or corporations, autonomous or semi-autonomous bodies controlled by any government, or from the subordinate judiciary in consultation with the Chief Justice of the concerned High Court, a returning officer for each constituency. This is the
अब ये जो
provision which has
बताइए,
been.
अगर 51(1) को
जी
कोई कोर्ट अल्ट्रा वायरस डिक्लेयर कर दे तो क्या कभी इलेक्शन हो सकता है?
नहीं, then we have no other power.
50 को छोड़ देते हैं, 51(1) को अगर मुकम्मल अल्ट्रा वायरस कर दें तो ये इलेक्शन कभी भी नहीं हो सकता.
कभी भी नहीं हो
फिर डीरेलिंग करना कहना, आप ये कहें कि इलेक्शन ही नहीं कराना चाह रहे.
Election नहीं करवाना चाहते.
तो ये तो इन्हें petition grant कर दी रहा है, क्या किया फिर इसमें?
This is the main relief granted at the interim stage, which is also unconstitutional, unlawful.
अच्छा, आपके पास कोई दरखास्त नहीं दी?
No, my lord, no, my lord. There was nothing of this sort ever agitated anywhere in the whole.
देखिए, हो सकता है कहीं गलत हो गया हो, किसी का भाई वगैरह को अपॉइंट कर दिया एज RO, चलें, हो सकता है.
No, individual का अगर किसी एक की करे
वो कहेगा जी आप ये बंदा को ना लगा, दूसरे को लगा दो, हम लगा देंगे.
1,500 बंदा ही बायस थे इनके अगेंस्ट, और इनके अगेंस्ट नहीं, जस्ट अगेंस्ट वन इंडिविजुअल. प्रॉब्ली ही माइट बी कंटेस्टिंग फ्रॉम वन कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी. आप उसके हद तक करें अगर आपको प्रॉब्लम है. कम टू अस, वी विल लुक इनटू.
और वो ये भी नहीं बता रहे कि उस ऑफिसर में प्रॉब्लम क्या है.
नो,
दे आर सेइंग कि एज अ कांसेप्ट एग्जीक्यूटिव नहीं हो.
एज अ कॉन्सेप्ट, चूंकि हमारे अगेंस्ट MPOs के ऑर्डर्स किए हैं डिप्टी कमिश्नर्स ने, तो इसलिए जो हमारे अगेंस्ट पार्टीजन है. दिस इज द एलिगेशन.
ये बताएं कि RO और उनके खिलाफ कोई किसी को कोई बायसनेस हो तो आपके पास उनका आने का कोई है लॉ?
जी,
कौन सा लॉ है? कौन सी सेक्शन है कि उनको आपके पास आना चाहिए कि ना कि डायरेक्ट में जाना चाहिए? अगर रेमेडी आपके पास थी तो वहाँ आए नहीं आए? आपके पास नहीं है?
They've never approached us.
वो है कोई प्रोविजन बताइए.
It's 50. No, not 55. It's 55 का 3 है. Election Act का 55 का 3 जी. The Commission 55(3). Section 55, subsection 3. The Commission may, at any time, for reasons to be recorded in writing, suspend or withdraw any election official, a public servant.
कौन सा पढ़ रहे हैं?
55, section 55, subsection 3, my lord.
Yes.
The Commission may,
ये
at
तो
any
पावर
time, for
है.
reasons.
तो आर्टिकल 199 जरा पढ़िए आइन का, ये तो वही मार खा जाएगा.
जी. Alternate remedy.
Last time the same learned judge passed the same order. कितना नुकसान पहुंचाया है पाकिस्तान को?
Sir, I think the total was a few hundred billions. I don't remember the exact number, but few hundred billions actually.
वो बिजली वाले
500 billion or something. About 500 billion.
Then again नेपरा को उन्होंने बाईपास करके ऑर्डर कर दिया.
Subject to the Constitution, a High Court may, if it is satisfied that no other adequate remedy is provided by law. There's a rider, adequate remedy is there. और in fact, ये असेसमेंट के कोई बायस्ड है या नहीं है वो भी किसी कोर्ट ने नहीं करना,
ये खुद या तो
वो इलेक्शन कमीशन ने करना है थ्रू देयर लॉन्ग आर्म ऑफ द पीपल दे वर्क अंडर इलेक्शन कमीशन बिकॉज वी हैव गॉट पीपल इवन एट द लोएस्ट स्ट्रेटा
लॉन्ग आर्म तो लॉ की होती है आपने
ऑफ द इलेक्शन कमीशन पे वो भी
थोड़ी कम कर लें।
तो शॉर्ट आप कर लेते।
आइए वायलेशन ऑफ द ऑर्डर ऑफ द सुप्रीम कोर्ट।
It's 204 man.
नहीं वो तो आर्टिकल है ना,
Article 204 and section 3 of
ये तो
the contempt.
जुडिशियल कंटेम्प्ट हुआ ना।
And section 3 of the contempt of court.
जरा पढ़ दें आप, जरा दे दें इनको किताब। हद हो गई।
But you can get back onto the rails.
अच्छा आपने शेड्यूल क्यों नहीं अपॉइंट, अभी तक आपने शेड्यूल क्यों नहीं दिया है इलेक्शन?
मतलब आज देना
आज नहीं, आज आप देंगे
ट्रेनिंग के बाद हम
नहीं, इलेक्शन शेड्यूल की बात कर रहा हूँ।
शेड्यूल इलेक्शन प्रोग्राम जो है we had planned it after the training or
Training can still continue on the
Where is the
side.
schedule? Show me the schedule.
I don't have the schedule and
ट्रेनिंग तो आपने रोक दी।
ट्रेनिंग कुछ और चीज है, शेड्यूल को
उधर कह रहे हैं कि आप उसका शेड्यूल करेंगे, इसमें कोई बात तो नहीं है।
शेड्यूल किधर है आपका?
schedule we can bring, we didn't bring it here.
बताएं ना,
No,
schedule
we
दिखाएं।
wanted it
We were going to issue the schedule
Today,
It must be ready somewhere, lying somewhere, ना? तो दिखा दें।
who is the gentleman behind you?
he's the secretary election commission.
जी तो ये
It had already been drafted. It's
तो
already-
you'll issue it today.
No, let them bring it.
Your Lordship, the idea was to issue the schedule right after the training, which has,
Why after
What's the
the
connection between the two?
that was what the commissioner decided, that they will issue it
No,
right
but
after the
Mr.
training.
Muramid, you would have,
There must be some connection.
and you must have drafted a program तो बन गया होगा ना? मतलब आप इंतजार तो नहीं कर रहे।
इस दिन नॉमिनेशन पेपर देना है, इस दिन ये करना है,
जी, वो
इस दिन ये-
section 57 के तहत, but, you know, you
वो
go
where is that
backwards.
schedule?
That schedule is counted 54 days
Where
backwards.
is the schedule?
We have it, sir.
वो
Show it
valid
to us.
है. We have the draft. We
No, when will you issue it?
It was supposed to be
When will you
Right
issue
after the
it?
training, sir.
right after the training.
When will you issue it?
Originally, sir, it was supposed to be
When will
from
you
13
issue-
to 16, the training. not
When
the-
will
Wait, please, if you're going,
As your lordship
if you, if they are going to mock the law, is the election commission is going to mock the law, show us the law which says schedule will be issued after training is completed. Refer to that provision.
No, it says simultaneously.
Show us that provision.
Training can go on the side, that is just a
Training can
capacity
go on
building,
till the
उसका तो
election
मुताल्लिक
day,
नहीं है।
it can continue training
It
people.
says simultaneously with the.
Where is the law which says
Section 52,
training
ma'am.
of officers?
So Mr.
It's section
Swati, you have not read this to the election commission earlier?
No.
This section 52 of
It says the simultaneous,
हाँ, तो
section
फिर इनको
52.
बताइए
Where is it?
It can go parallel.
52 एक्सेप्शनल सर्कमस्टांसेस में
जी।
अदरवाइज आपके
months
लिए
prior.
आप जो कह रहे हैं शेड्यूल की लाजम है कि हम पहले ट्रेनिंग करेंगे, ये कहाँ लिखा हुआ है? ये कहीं भी नहीं लिखा हुआ। तो बताइए
Lords, correct?
क्यों कह रहे हैं?
60 days in ordinary circumstances
Simple.
before the election program,
हाँ?
since delimitation was.
आज 8 फरवरी को अगर बैकवर्ड्स करें तो आज कितने दिन रह गए?
Today is the 55th day.
50?
5th day, 55वां दिन आज. कल से 54th day,
आपको मिनिमम कितना चाहिए?
54 days.
तो you have to issue the
You
schedule
have to issue the schedule today.
today.
Yes.
Today.
या तो फिर सबको बुला लीजिए, फिर आप भी वायलेट कर रहे हैं अपना लॉ।
नहीं, so we were going to.
Are you
issue the
making a
schedule.
definite statement you're issuing it today or not?
अभी we
You have your schedule ready, issue it.
Hey, if you are so keen on elections, why are you backing off now?
we're not backing.
I mean, Training, Mr. Umar Hamid also, training is just a capacity building which can continue. एक दिन late हो गई, 3 दिन late, आप training करा दें, रात को extra करा दें.
So the idea was, if you allow me, sir, the idea was that we will complete the training between 13 and 16 and 16 पे करेंगे.
Fair enough, but that hasn't happened.
Now what has happened is that we've gone a little like 4-5 days ahead.
4 days.
So that was the idea of the commission. If you allow the commission,
लेकिन आप एक मेरी बात
Sir.
सुनिए, आपको आरओ और डीआरओ की जो एक्चुअल जरूरत है इस प्रोग्राम में शेड्यूल में तो अभी आगे जाके ना कहीं.
नहीं आगे जाके नहीं.
When is the first time they're required to work?
क्योंकि
schedule.
नॉमिनेशन द लास्ट डेट फॉर नॉमिनेशन हमने शेड्यूल में देना है.
कब है?
अगर 57(2) का ए देखें ना.
आप बताएं, डेट बताइए ना. How many days do we have from today to that first assignment that DRO has to perform?
That's the 6th day from the issuance of the election program. ये 57(2) का ए लिखा हुआ है.
Right.
तो
So you
पहले
already
दिन भी
done 2 days.
फर्स्ट डे पे, वेरी फर्स्ट डे पे भी नॉमिनेशन आके सबमिट हो सकते हैं.
तो ठीक हो गया ना. अभी 1-2 दिन की भी ट्रेनिंग होगी, आपने 4-5 दिन की और ट्रेनिंग करानी है, करा लें. उसका तो कोई मतलब you can
ट्रेनिंग किसी ने रोकी नहीं है. देखें,
That can be pushed.
ट्रेनिंग ब्लाउज आपने रोकी है, ट्रेनिंग को जारी रहने देते, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. ये तो खाली उसकी हद तक था. आपने पता नहीं क्यों रोक
I've seen that.
दिया. आप भी नहीं चाहते कि नहीं होना इलेक्शन. बेसिकली इसको आप तो देखो, अगर आपने करने के लिए सीरियसली हैं तो आप उसको कैरी ऑन करें.
असल में नोटिफिकेशन माय लॉर्ड वाज सस्पेंडेड, तो इस वजह से वो एज अ नेचुरल
अब अगली बात सुन
कॉन्सिक्वेंस.
लीजिए. नोटिफिकेशन सस्पेंड हुआ, आपने भी कोई नोटिफिकेशन जारी कर दिए.
suspension of the notification of the appointments, which is ipso facto of what the court
आपने क्यों किया है? Why?
आपने क्यों किया?
Why you issue the notification for suspension of? आपने क्यों किया? आपको कहा था कोर्ट ने कि आप ये करें.
सर जब आरओजी सस्पेंड हो गए तो फिर नोटिफिकेशन.
आरओ सस्पेंड हुए हैं, फर्ज करिए अभी हम उसको विड्रॉ कर लेते हैं, आपका तो नोटिफिकेशन रहेगा, वो इन फील्ड रहेगा ना.
Immediately we will, sir.
Why you immediately? Why you issue it?
तो इनका
Who had said so?
That was done in compliance of the suspension order.
भाई compliance का, भाई compliance
course was to come before this
किधर
order.
लिखा हुआ है compliance करें? किधर कहा है कि आप इशू करें? उन्होंने सस्पेंड कर दी, सस्पेंड हो गए, खत्म. तो why you
So we
issue?
had to
Why you issue? आपने क्यों इशू किया?
my lord, we
in compliance of
I think that was being unnecessarily. जब एक कोर्ट ने ऑर्डर ने सस्पेंड कर दिया तो आपको सिर्फ कहना है कोर्ट ने सस्पेंड किया हुआ है जी. मतलब I think you just did an extra thing which is not required in law.
there was a confusion because everybody
चलें,
was calling us up
moving
and
on,
asking us, so we had
moving
to in compliance deference to the
वो तो
court order.
due
we had to
deference to
give.
the court order हमने जो है
ये भी नहीं लिखा हुआ.
It has affected us
ये भी नहीं लिखा हुआ.
negatively. It has affected us negatively.
कंफ्यूजन नहीं है, कंफ्यूजन इससे रिमूव नहीं होती जैसे आपने रिमूव की. कंफ्यूजन तो थी, ऑर्डर लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है.
we got the order.
देखिए ना, there are notifications suspended by courts usually. Doesn't mean that FBR issues another notification saying now then all of my notifications suspended. ऐसा तो नहीं होता. I think this
But
is just
in
an
due
extra
deference,
thing.
extra care में
Totally
जाके in due
unnecessary
deference.
exercise जो आपने की.
So may I just respectfully submit, whenever there is an order by any court,
Yes.
then we, whatever actions we have already allowed to go on, we revert, we hold those in abeyance. And when the court or the higher judiciary gives us another order, then we restore it accordingly. That was all. Whenever there is, simple, for instance, if there are delimitation cases, because our own people are on the ground, they have to be given some orders by the commission also. That was the reason.
लिखें. अच्छा, आपने स्टे भी मांगा है. स्टे एप्लीकेशन नंबर इज 10612 केस यू वांट इट. We'll correct the order. I'm pretty exhausted by now.
My apologies, my lord.
No, it's good that
Need
you
of the
come.
hour,
It's not your fault. This petition for leave to appeal assails the order of a learned single judge of the Lahore High Court, Lahore, dated Where is the order gone? Page?
Page 10 my lord, 13th of December, 10 पे
13, 12, 23.
10 पे
13, 22, 23.
13/12/2023.
23. Full stop. The impugned order was passed on the writ petition filed under Article 199 of the Constitution of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, within bracket, Constitution, bracket close, wherein the Election Commission of Pakistan, wherein the two petitioners before us and 8 others were arrayed as respondents. All the petition sought the raid for he sought a declaration that sections 50 within bracket 1 bracket close within bracket small b and 51 within bracket 1 within bracket closed of the Elections Act, 2017 was unconstitutional, void, without lawful authority, and of no legal effect. The two provisions which had been assailed are reproduced hereunder. The petition further prayed. The said provisions Section 50 pertains to the appointment of district returning officers by the Election Commission of Pakistan, bracket में कर दें ECP, and Section 51 of the appointment of returning officers and assistant returning officers. Full stop. The petition stated that instead, it is submitted by Mr. Sajil Shehryar Sawati, learned representing the petitioners, that the stated two provisions of law have been part of the Elections Act and subsisted at the time when the last elections were held. Until date, no one has taken any exception thereto. Full stop. It is further submitted that this court, right, video italics में कर दीजिएगा. Its order, where was that order gone?
224 page.
Huh?
3rd of November.
The page?
224. 224. It's 3rd of November.
Right. Judgment dated 3 November 2023, tending to a number of constitution petitions filed in the this court, wherein the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, within bracket PTI, was also one of the petitioners, oblique appellants, had sought that a date for holding of elections be announced. Full stop. Pursuant to the notice being taken by this court, the President of Pakistan and the ECP met and decided that general elections should be held on 8 February 2024. Full stop. The federal government, the provincial governments, and Islamabad capital territory, all of whom were represented before us, concurred. This court held that, inverted commas begin, no one should now put forward any pretext to derail democracy, inverted commas closed, bracket mein kar dein, paragraph 18 of the said judgment, bracket close. Full stop. The Learned Council submits that to enable elections to be held, to ensure elections are held on 8th of February, the certain number of days are required to do the different acts which the law requires prior to the holding of the said elections. And the passing of the impugned order at the 11th hour, if it remains in the field, would make the holding of elections on 8 February, would not permit the holding of elections on 8 February 2024. Full stop. It is further stated that the ECP had drafted the schedule for elections. What do you call it? Program for elections. Election program. What is it?
Under which section?
57.
Had drafted the election program, capital E, capital P, which it was intending to announce today. But the passing of the impugned order has made this, passing of the impugned order, that if the impugned order is sustained, this will not be possible, as without having district returning officers and assistant returning officers, election cannot be held. First off, he further states that the learned judge acted in undue, that the learned judge has effectively decided the petition. That there is an inherent contradiction in the impugned order, because where is the impugned order page?
Page 10, my lord.
Because in paragraph 7, he states that this file states, inverted commas begin, to place this file before the Honorable HON''BLE, Chief Justice for the Constitution of a larger bench, capital L, capital B, inverted commas closed. And at the same time, in the successive paragraph 8, he suspends four notifications issued by the ECP, particulars whereof are as under. ये numbers ले लीजिएगा, उसके लिख दीजिएगा.
My lord, actually,
Please sit down. Who are you? You are dictating an order. Please sit down. Seems to be no respect for anybody anymore. Next time you do it, we'll hold you in contempt. Who are you, a lawyer? Where have you studied? Please go and sit at the back. I don't know what's happening, what sort of education is being imparted. Supreme Court is dictating an order and she comes and stands up. Is she with you?
She's not an advocate of this court, shouldn't have addressed the court.
I don't know.
No, is she with you?
No, we don't know.
Which respectively appointed 8 returning officers for the seats reserved for women and non-Muslims, 144 district returning officers for elections to the National Assembly and Provincial Assemblies, 266 returning officers and assistant returning officers. ये भी National Assembly and Provincial Assembly for elections to the National and Provincial Assemblies, and 593. ये क्या चीज है? 260 national कर दें, 593 returning officers and assistant for provincial assemblies for elections to the provincial assemblies. As such, altogether 1,011 district returning officers and returning officers have been working off kar dein. Their working has been stopped with the stroke of a pen by the learned single judge. The learned single judge also did not fail to appreciate that the officers that had been appointed were to perform functions throughout Pakistan, and in passing the impugned order, the learned judge acted well beyond the territorial jurisdiction of the High Court. Stop. As if this was not enough, the very opening words of Article 199 were disregarded by the learned judge, insofar as it stipulates that when there's an alternate adequate remedy available to the petitioner, the same should be availed of first. We are informed that Section 55, subsection 3 was such a remedy. If the petitioner had a grievance against any particular returning officer or officers, may be inquired from the petitioners whether any objections application was submitted before the ECP under section 55(3). That is availing of the alternate adequate remedy, and we were told that this was not done. The petitioner states that he is an office holder of the very same political party, that is PTI, which was before this court when the said judgment was passed, wherein no such concern as expressed in the petition filed before the High Court was stated. Full stop. The petitioner also claims to be a barrister, and as such is expected not only to be well conversant with the Constitution and the laws of Pakistan, but to have read the judgment of this court, which had clearly stipulated that any attempt to derail democracy would, what was the line exactly? Where was our judgment? 224?
Lord, it's at page 231, paragraph 18 at page 231, the last line of paragraph 18 at page 231.
That no one would, no one should be allowed to, on any pretext, to derail democracy. Full stop. One individual as, however, one individual appears to have done just that, and it is indeed a matter of considerable regret that he claims to belong to a political party. And has served in such political party. And we are told that he served as an additional advocate general when the said political party was in government. Full stop. We, in view of the conduct of the petitioner, we call upon him to submit an explanation why action for contempt of court should not be initiated against him for judicial contempt.
My Lord, it would be civil contempt, my Lord, this disregarding of the court order under section
for क्या उसको कहते हैं? नहीं, for contempt लिख देते हैं वो. For under the contempt order. Under the contempt of court ordinance, 2003, read with article 204 of the Constitution. Full stop. Full stop. The learned judge, acting in undue haste and at the 11th hour, that we saw the list, that the learned counsel went through the list of returning officers appointed pursuant to the 4 notifications and stated that they were all, that in one of these notifications pertains to the officers of the ECP, whereas the remaining 3 are all serving government servants who already were holding their respective positions and have not been put in place for the purpose of this election or on anyone's behest. Stop. The petitioner, the petitioner before the High Court also learned counsel further states that the that initially the ECP had pursuant to section 51 pursuant to
50 subsection 1 clause C and 51(1).
And 51 within bracket 1 written to the chief justices of the 5 high courts and requested them to provide judicial officers for the upcoming elections, and not a single one of the chief justices agreed to do so. He has referred to a letter issued by the Lahore High Court, which specifically stated that वो लेटर किस पेज पे था?
211 to 10 से 211 210
210
6th of February
नहीं वो आपका नहीं with the reply.
210
reply 210 to 211
Emphatic reply was given that no judicial officers can be spared because there are over 1.3 million cases requiring adjudication.
approximately.
About 1.3 million cases requiring adjudication, and delaying and provision of such officers would result in the tendency to increase and of which the ultimate sufferers would be the litigants. Full stop. Under such circumstances, for the petitioner to insist on judicial officers to be provided would effectively mean that a writ be issued against the High Court, which is not permissible under Article 199.
Clause 5,
Clause
sir.
5
199 clause 5. But this is the Chief Justice.
And in this regard, place his reliance upon the case of Gul Tez Khan Marwat. यही है ना?
You have to come to the Supreme Court.
And versus Registrar Peshawar High Court, PLD 2021, Supreme Court 391, which was a judgment by a far member bench of this court. इसमें हमने क्या किया था?
इसमें कहा कि रेगुलेटेड नहीं लाइक हाई कोर्ट के अगेंस्ट
हाँ?
That becomes a wonderful thing. The only remedy in such a case, according to this judgment, is to approach this
court.
And it was held therein that the only remedy, that if at all there was any remedy, it would be to approach the Supreme Court of Pakistan, which judgment appears to have also been disregarded both by the petitioner as well as the learned judge who passed, the learned single judge. Full stop. Under the circumstances, it would be appropriate to we hereby direct that
What's the number of the petition?
The High Court petition, it's
rate petition number 80828/2023 be what?
Yes, please.
be called from that the High Court should not take any further proceedings in WP number 80828/2023, and the same be placed before the and the same be sent to the Supreme Court, and if it is deemed necessary, this court will fix it for hearing. For this court, full stop. In view of the fact, ordinarily, this court does not pass. It does not suspend orders without issuing of notice, but in view of the fact, but in view of the fact that the impugned order has come into direct conflict with the judgment of this court, and as the petition as filed appears not to be maintainable, we are doing so. Full stop. The impugned order also comes in the way of the Election Commission to proceed with its duties and responsibilities, constitutional duties and responsibilities for the holding of elections as mandated under the Constitution.
What can we refer? Schedule का use.
Without further delay, order में suspend कर दिया ना? कर दिया?
लिखा है?
हाँ? Accordingly, impugned in the given circumstances and considering the constitutional and legal stipulations and the judgment of this court, judgments of this court, the impugned order is hereby suspended and full stop. The Election Commission we are informed that the Election Commission had prepared the election program which was supposed to be issued today, and in view of the impugned order it had not done so. However, since the impugned order has now been suspended, the Election Commission shall issue the election program today. Today, tonight, kya?
Today?
Yes, please.
अभी 3 घंटे
As
हैं.
we please, or as the law mandates.
You should be saying that आपने ये करना है ना.
ये नहीं करना तो बता दें.
We are ready, sir, as per your directions.
हम तो नहीं कहेंगे, हम आपसे अपना काम करवाएंगे. या आपके हमें काम करना नहीं आता है, जो आप कहें हम कभी किसी को नहीं कहेंगे, उससे काम करवाएंगे उसका.
Without fail, we will issue the election program without fail.
The undertaking is given on behalf of the Election Commission that the election program will be issued today. सुन लिया आपने?
और वो भी कि वो जो आपने इन व्यू ऑफ नोटिफिकेशन किया था
12 बजे तक
उसको भी आज विड्रॉ कीजिए, वरना तो नहीं चल सकेगा ना. वो विड्रॉ
वो नोटिफिकेशन कहाँ है? The notification of the election a notification issued by the Election Commission of Pakistan pursuant to the impugned order of the High Court is also suspended.
सर हम
नहीं वो आप करेंगे नहीं अभी डोंट Election Commission of Pakistan states that since the impugned order has been suspended, it will be ECP will be withdrawing the क्या नाम है इसका notification dated 14/12/2023 का कोई नंबर भी है
नंबर बता दे
नंबर
नोटिफिकेशन नंबर F2 of ये पेज 234 पे लगा
35. अच्छा तो हाँ 34 and 35. 34
and 35
इलेक्शन
34 and 35
नहीं ये नहीं है
234 पे
234 पे ये नंबर लिख देना इसका नंबर शंबर और डेट भी लिख दीजिएगा
दोनों
चलिए
नेक्स्ट पेज पे भी है
नाउ
235 पे भी है दोनों सेम डेट इवन डेट
तो इसमें नोटिस किसको करें हम 234
ये वाला
Notice to the respondent.
एंड पेज 235 दोनों पे लिखिए
दोनों पे
नोटिस हम किसको करें
ऑल द रिस्पॉन्सिबल
बाकी को क्या करने की जरूरत है
Respondent number 1.
Respondent number 1.
वही पिटिशनर था ना इशू नोटिस टू लेट नोटिस ऑफ दिस पिटिशन बी इशूड to the petitioner before the High Court, that is respondent number 1 herein.
My lord, we will resume the training on Monday onwards. This is what the learned secretary is saying. Because you and
You have tomorrow. Why are you missing out tomorrow?
So may I just submit?
No, please don't. Just do the law, abide by the law, hold
Sir, may I
election.
just submit if you allow me, sir? So it's a huge logistical exercise. All the DROs, ROs will have to be brought to the venues. The
पता है।
venues have been cancelled. We have to, just the delay of.
नहीं हमें देखें
Monday का सिर्फ हम शुरू.
हम कुछ नहीं लिखेंगे
Sir,
हम ना कल का लिखेंगे ना मंडे का लिखेंगे आपका जो काम है आप करो
जी करेंगे.
आप देखिए हम आपको माइक्रो मैनेज नहीं करेंगे
Thank you very much.
हम मोटी मोटी बात करेंगे आपने कहा जी हम इलेक्शन करना चाहते हैं 8 को
जी इंशाल्लाह.
हमने तो नहीं कहा आपने कहा है ना आप और सदर साहब ने मिलकर के तयन कर लिया कि 8 फरवरी को करना है हमने कहा आपको इलेक्शन 8 को करें हमने आपको कहा क्या ठीक है जब आपने ये काम कर लिया जो भी चीजें वहां तक जाने के लिए करने को हैं वो आप करें कल को आप कहेंगे जी सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये कर दिया सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने वो कर दिया और हम ये नहीं कर सके तो वो नहीं कर सके भाई जो कुछ करना है करें अब आपके सामने एक मसला था रुकावट थी वो रुकावट और वो मसला हमने दूर कर दिया अब आप अपना काम कीजिए हम लोग अपना काम करेंगे और अगर इजाजत दें तो मैं फिर छुट्टी पे जा सकता हूँ
My lord, just
Have a great vacation, sir.
just detaining you for 30 seconds. Notice may also be issued to the federation.
Oh, yes. A notice be also issued
Advocate General
to the Federation of, to respondent number
5, my lord.
5, as well as notice under our Order 27A of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 to the Attorney General, Advocate General को भी करने हैं, and the Advocate Generals of the 4 provinces. इस्लामाबाद का कौन होता है?
होते हैं, but
Advocate General कहते हैं उसको
federal law है तो वो
and the Islamabad Capital Territory. चलिए. Anything else, gentlemen?
You've lied. Apologies once again for.
No, it's not your doing. You are before us, but we must, at least I must compliment you for being so thorough in a very short period of time. And which is always a pleasure to have counsel who are ready with their case, particularly at such. छोड़ो इसी में पे ऑर्डर पर करिएगा, ठीक है? हाँ हाँ, वो वाली ग्रांट कर दें, वो एग्जेम्पशन वाली, ठीक है?
And also, my lord may also wish to grant the leave, and then the leave may also be granted because it's a CPLA, so a leave has to be granted.
Okay. The points, pulling in points. Now you can see I'm very tired. The points raised above, in क्या होता है? Leave is granted to consider amongst others the noted points.
नोटिस से पहले लिख देना। थैंक यू।
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान ने लाहौर हाई कोर्ट का फैसला मुअत्तल कर दिया। आरओज और डीआरओ से मुतालिक लाहौर हाई कोर्ट का फैसला मुअत्तल कर दिया गया। इलेक्शन कमीशन आज इलेक्शन शेड्यूल जारी करे। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान ने इलेक्शन कमीशन को आईनी जिम्मेदारियां पूरी करने का हुक्म दे दिया है। इस पर हम बात करेंगे डॉन न्यूज इस्लामाबाद के ब्यूरो चीफ इफ्तिखार शराजी से। इफ्तिखार, अगर आपको याद हो तो इससे पहले जब हम ट्रांसमिशन कर रहे थे, मैंने यही नुक्ता आपसे उठाया था कि जब सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ पाकिस्तान के अहकामात हैं तो लाहौर हाई कोर्ट ऐसा हुक्म कैसे जारी कर सकता है? और यही अहम नुक्ता चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ पाकिस्तान जस्टिस काजी फाइज ईसा ने भी उठाया।
नहीं, बिल्कुल खैर, लाहौर हाई कोर्ट ने पूरे इलेक्शन प्रोसेस को रोकने के हवाले से कोई बात नहीं की।